back line. A hand pass coming over to Cummins, playing his first game with South Melbourne. He sliced it off the side of the boot. Out it goes wide. South Fremantle trying to get the ball out there. There's Vagona going after it. Now he was grabbed, and the umpire said holding the man. A free kick to Vagona on the centre wing position for South Fremantle. A 15-metre penalty against Cummings for going over the mark. And as I said before, Daryl Cummings playing his first game for South Melbourne. Ball back up there towards Thompson off the top of the pack. Here's a go now for Jackson to pick it up. He was pushed in the back, but the umpire said play on. It'll be a ball up about 35 metres out from the South Fremantle goal. South Fremantle playing in their colours of red and white, and of course South Melbourne using the neutral colours of the Escort Championship. That's the orange colours, and we see Carter getting a free kick for South Fremantle, dead in front, only about 35 metres out from goal, if that. No score on the board as yet, and we've played 2.5 minutes of this Escort Championship, coming to you live through Channel 7. Ground very slippery. We've had some pretty heavy rain here for the last half an hour or so, but it's stopped. The kick by Carter looks pretty good. It's coming around nicely. It's through for a goal. Well, Bobby, that's not a bad start for them.
A very good start, Lou, and it's a little bit confusing, and as we repeat that South Melbourne in the orange Guernseys, but it's interesting to note that South Melbourne have made at least 11 positional changes to the selected side, Lou.
It's made it easy for the commentators too.
But Teasdale has lined up at centre half forward. Barry Round has gone to the forward pocket, and Len Thompson has started off in the actual first ruck.
Well, there's the score. We see South Fremantle 1 goal straight, 6 points to South Melbourne yet to score, playing in the orange jumpers after the 3.5-minute mark of this first quarter of the Escort Championship.
And South Melbourne now go forward through Bernie Evans. He's wearing his usual number 15, but in the orange colours. It's socket away for South Fremantle by Paul Mountain. The umpire says kicking in danger, and it will be a South Melbourne free kick just wide of the 10-metre square. Let's pick up who's going to take it.
Unusual. People,
so Barry Round, some 20 metres out from goal, pretty well directly in front, but he's missed it. He's sliced it off the boot as it went through, and South Melbourne registering their first score to South Melbourne. It's a minor one. Kavanagh from full-back, putting the ball back into play. Quite a good kick out towards the outer side of the ground. Nobody can pick it up there. A chance for Morrison, but his kick was smothered. And South Fremantle going in through the agency of Outhwaite. They can't do much with it either, and it will be thrown back into play. Most of the crowd here this evening under cover with these persistent showers. They're not heavy, but they are making the conditions a little bit greasy. Knocked down by Moylan for South Fremantle. South Melbourne go forward through Zantuck. That's a high kick, doesn't cover much distance. Out they come from goal to meet it, almost knocked away by Kavanagh. The umpire calls no. He has blown the whistle. He's paying the mark to South Melbourne, it would appear.
I think it's a free kick, Pete. Got on his back then.
And Max James to take the mark, or free kick, whichever you like. Max James in his regular number for the Swans, if we can call them that tonight in these strange colours to us, to come in and have a shot for goal. He would be about 45 metres out, the angle about 45 degrees, favouring the drop punt. It's not a bad one, hit the post. And so South Melbourne's second score on the board. That's also a point. They move to 2 behinds, 2 points. South Fremantle 1 goal, 6 points, and in the first quarter we've been playing just on 5 minutes.
Ball back into play again. A good mark there to Zantuck of South Melbourne. Zantuck would be about 45 to 50 metres out from goal. Kick by Zantuck, lands right in the square. All getting up, having a go. There's a chance now for coming to fire for the gunner. It's a Hansel. He puts it through for full points.
Not particularly good play by the defence of South Fremantle there, Lou, as there were 3 South Fremantle defenders up in the air all at once, and Hounsell, the perfect roving job, stayed on the ground, and well, it's one man up at all times, is the old saying. And Hounsell, we watch the replay here, we can see 3 of them up there together, and Hounsell at the back whipped in, hooked it over the shoulder. It was a good piece of football by Colin Hounsell.
Nice bit of play, and South Melbourne have hit the front. 1 goal, 2, 8 points to South Fremantle. 1 goal, 6 points to centre bounce. A chance for South Fremantle to get the ball up there towards the full forward zone, and a good mark taken here by Morley of South Fremantle. He'd only be about 45 metres out from goal, directly in front. Let's see what he can do with this one. Wing player Morley. It's off the side of his boot. Oh, it's worked out okay, and there's a mark taken out there by Barrett. And Barrett of South Fremantle has a chance to score here. Now, he's only about 20 metres out on a slight angle, but could easily do this. You've got to understand that the South Fremantle people would find it a bit difficult to score here on this wet surf because they have pretty good grounds over. The kick is off target and through for 1 point. And we see a point the difference now. 1 goal, 7 points, South Fremantle. To South Melbourne, 8 points. At the 6.5-minute mark of the first quarter of the Escort Championships, as we wait now for the ball to come back into play. The ball driven well out there towards that centre-half back position. Knocked out by Thompson. Finally, it's picked up by Luckier of South of Fremantle. It's a chance there for Boskus to mark that ball, but he couldn't hold it. It drops, it goes out to Vagona now, but he can't hold it. Punched away again by South Melbourne. Finally picked up there by Morley up towards the full forward zone. Knocked out by O'Neill. The ball goes there, and chance for Mountain to get it out, but he couldn't get it out. Finally, beautiful play by Cummings as he gets the ball round towards the wing position. The pack get themselves set. Punched away that time by Cornell, but the umpires found a free kick, and it'll go there to Kelly, I think. Kelly will take this free kick.
Poppagees.
There's Francis Burke down there on the fence. Ball knocked out, a chance for Big Len Thompson, takes that mark at a little short of centre-half back. We've played, 7.5 minutes, and South Melbourne a 1 goal, 8 points to South Fremantle, 1 goal, 7 points.
And rather begrudgingly, the ball given back to Len Thompson, and I think I heard another whistle go, did I? As Teasdale takes the mark, he's gone over the mark. The man in question, 15 metres to the former Collingwood Brownlow medalist, and he'll put South Melbourne up towards the centre-half forward position. Teasdale getting underneath the ball. He's playing at centre-half forward, as Bobby Skilton mentioned. A chance now for South Fremantle, kicked out of danger by Cornell, out towards the centre wing position. A race for it out here. Zantuck seems to be doing well in his wing so far. He seems to have the ball on the string here, but a high kick just brings the ball back into play. Going up very high as Morley, not Morley, but Moylan, and he takes a very good mark for South Fremantle. Up towards the centre wing, that kick will land. It's a 2-out duel here over the head of both of those players. Picked up by Thompson, but it's a free kick to Rantel, and he'll take it on the centre wing position for the South Melbourne side. Mopsy Rantel, a real veteran, knocked down by Poppagees for South Fremantle. That player is Scragg going through. That's Carter, and he'll take the free kick. Noel Carter, former Richmond player, leading the side tonight. In fact, he's been elected captain for 1979. Here's a chance for Vagona to pick up the ball, but the greasy conditions eluded him. Hand pass is not a particularly good one. It's taken away for South Melbourne by Cruz, who's named at centre-half forward tonight, and he's a player that South Melbourne expect quite a lot of this season. Teasdale going up high, couldn't quite mark that ball, and South Fremantle now have the chance to go forward once more. Here comes Vagona, but once again the slippery condition is not doing too much for him, and luckily for South Fremantle, he's getting a free kick, which he'll take it on the left half-back flank. Benny Vagona for South Fremantle, and a wobbly-looking punt kick up towards left half forward for them. A chance for Francis Jackson of South Melbourne, who goes for a hand pass, and South Melbourne are able to clear up towards the centre wing position once more. Neville Fields comes out and takes a safe mark.
Good mark to Fields, getting a bit fiery there. Vagona having a go, and of course it cops a 15-metre penalty, and that brings him just about down to the half-forward line, giving Fields a chance to send them deep into attack now. South Melbourne, the orange jumpers. Cumming trying to get out there. Finally, Zantuck falls over, but he tries to regain his balance again. There's a go now for Luckier of South Fremantle. He's got a clear go as he boots the ball well down towards centre-half forward. There's a mark here to Van der Veen. Van der Veen's got the mark at centre-half forward for South Fremantle. Looking up there for Boskus. He can't take the mark. The ball finally picked up by Bryce. Hand pass coming over to Browning of South Melbourne, driving it wide, looking there for Morrison. He has a bit of a clash there with Lockyer that time, but it's Morrison getting the ball back towards centre field. Cornell jumped up a bit high. That was Mountain trying to get it out, but the umpires found a free kick, and it'll go to Moylan just a little short of centre field in between centre half back for South Fremantle. This is Moylan, the ruckman, driving it up towards Van der Veen. He couldn't hold the mark. Going after it now is Cruz, taps it over nicely. Finally, it's picked up. They're trying to get it out now, South Melbourne. They're battling hard. Finally, it's picked up now by O'Neill to clear him out of the danger. Finally, across to Zantuck on his own, who's doing very well out there on the wing. He's winning hands down at the moment, driving it out wide. And there's little Evans out there on his own for South Melbourne. Oh, he caught the beauty in the mouth that time from Michael of South Fremantle. And there should be a 15-metre penalty. He decides to play on and drive it right up towards the full forward zone. The pack fly. Poppagees at the back trying to get out. Jackson's there. Finally, it's Teasdale having a snap for goal, but it's off target through for 1 point to South Melbourne. And we see South Melbourne go to 1 goal, 9 points to South Fremantle, 1 goal, 7 points. 11 minutes gone of this Escort Championship of the first quarter, coming to you live through Channel 7.
Kavanagh, the full-back for South Fremantle. That wobbly-looking punt kick, not covering as much distance as his earlier kick-off. Here's a chance for Michael, who was named in the state squad that played over here in the State of Origin match last year. And the good mark taken by Morrison. Peter Morrison in Guernsey number 3 for South Melbourne, the orange colours. T-Style gets caught with the ball, has to get rid of it very quickly. The defence of South Fremantle equal to the occasion, but coming through is Tony Morwood. He lost control of the ball almost as quickly as he gained it. A chance for Morley, he can't gain control either. That's a good hand pass taken by Bagona on the run up towards left half forward for the South Fremantle side. Cruz, Morrison, a good chain of hand passes back to Browning. Browning with a beautifully long kick right up towards the centre half forward position, and that's a mark to South Melbourne, and it's brought down by Barry Round. On a dry day, I would suggest that Barry Round could almost kick this, but the ball would be getting a little bit heavy now, I think. Let's see what he can do with it. That's a beautiful kick covering the required amount of distance. The accuracy is there too. Full points.
A beautiful goal by Barry Round then, and it was good play by Browning. Browning playing in the centre tonight, and his disposal on that occasion was typical of Mark Browning. He's a magnificent kick of the ball, and I think this is possibly the best position for Browning, Lou. It's good to have a centre man who can really kick the ball well, and Browning didn't let the side down then when he put it right down in the manner that Barry Round would really desire.
Well, there's the score at the 12 and a half, just on the 13-minute mark. South Melbourne 2-3-15 to South Fremantle, I should say. 1 goal, 7 points. Down towards South Melbourne centre half forward position. They're trying to break clear. There's Popagee's trying to receive a hand pass, but the umpire has found a free kick, and it will go down there to Outhwaite of South Fremantle, a little shorter centre half back. This is Outhwaite kicking the ball right